or carousel. And so I decided to take the remains to my solicitor as evidence for a claim against the airline. But he said, "I'm sorry, Dave, you do not have much of a case." Sherlock Holmes picked up a rock of limestone and said to Watson, "This is a significant clue in our investigation." Watson, rather puzzled, said, "Why is that, Sherlock?" And Holmes merely replied, "Well, it's sedimentary, my dear Watson." A few years ago, our local bank took on a new teller, a former school teacher called Patricia Whack. But she said, no, mellowed since those days, and I even like to be known as my less formal name of Patty. He said, "Good, that's great." Anyway, the following day, a Frenchman called Pierre called in and asked for a loan. And she said, "Well, what have you got as collateral?" And Pierre said, "Mick Jagger is my dad." She said, "Very impressive, but we need something of material value as collateral. What have you got?" "Well, I have this souvenir of Blackpool Tower." Well, not wanting to make the wrong decision, she decided to go to the manager, and she took the Blackpool Tower souvenir with her and said, "We have got a Frenchman called Pierre asking for a loan on the basis that Mick Jagger is his dad." And the manager said immediately, "Well, come on, Patty, did you not ask him for something of material value?" And she said yes, but all he produced was this cheap, tacky souvenir of Blackpool Tower. And he immediately said, "You can give him the loan." Patty was shocked and said, "What did Blackpool Tower do to swing your decision?" And he said, "Think about it, love. It's a knick-knack, Paddy Whack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone." Well, not they were snobbish or anything, but my parents sent me to elocution lessons because they wanted me to have a cut glass accent that befitted their posh society name, Thompson-Trace. But I realised that anyone can speak posh without actually realising it. Alex, I'd like you to come and volunteer if you'd like to come up here for some... Yeah, come on now, big hand for Alex. You're going to speak posh soon. You are. Right. Can you say the word air is in the stuff that you breathe?
Air.
Can you see the word hair is in the stuff that is on the top of your head?
Hair.
Now, can you say the word lair as in a foxy's den?
Lair.
Now, can you say those three rhyming words in order, followed by my name, which is Dave?
Air, hair, lair, Dave.
Air, hair, lair, Alex. Spoken like a true posh boy without even trying. Well done. Now, my oddities were probably brought about by this strict Thompson-Trace upbringing. And my daddy used to say, children are not allowed to talk during courses at meal times. But there was one occasion when I did want to pipe up. But daddy said, "David, you know the house rules. Nobody, children anyway, are allowed to talk during courses at meal times. You wait till everyone is finished." So I patiently did. And at the end of the course, Daddy then leant forward and said, "Now, David, you can tell me what was so urgent that it couldn't wait till everyone had finished." And I said, "Well, there's little point in me telling you now, Daddy. All I wanted to tell you was I'd seen a caterpillar in your cabbage." Well, I went to the Chelsea Flower Show in May. And who did I see there but Michael J. Fox? Oh yes, I was in awe. And I know for a fact it was definitely him, because he was the only one who had his back to the fuchsias. And then a few stalls up from where I saw Michael J. Fox, I saw this stall which was selling what's proclaimed to be top quality horse manure. I can assure you it was crap. Well, my final story is on morals along the lines of Aesop and his animal stories, and this is about the farmhouse cat and the cockerel. The cockerel came and asked the farmhouse cat, "I'm very hungry. Do you know where there is any food?" And the cat said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I know for a fact the farmer keeps the birdseed at the back of the hen house." So the cockerel flew over, and indeed there was an open bag of birdseed, and he started munching away until he was full and went back to the cat and said, "Do you know, that is the best meal I've had in ages? Is there anything I can do for you in return?" And the cat said, "Well, I'm hungry too, but I don't want fish, I don't want birdseed." And so the cockerel said with an air of smugness, "Well, because I can fly, I happen to know the salmon farm is on the other side of the 4-foot wall at the end of the farm, over there." So without second thought, the cat went running over to the 4-foot wall, jumped over, but ended up splash bang in the salmon pool. He got absolutely soaked through. And the moral of this story is that for every satisfied cock, you'll always find a wet pussy. Anyway, just as I'm running out of time, I was going to tell you the joke about total abstinence from sex, but with all due respect, it was virgin on the ridiculous. And if I was to stay on stage for too long, you would experience what it's like to be a pubic hair on a urinal, because you would eventually get pissed off. So that's it from me, Dave Thompson-Trace. Thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dave Thompson-Trace!